today I have a quick review for you of a reading app called Readability Tutor. They have a pretty interesting approach to helping kids ages 3 to 11 improve their reading skills. And I really wanted to review it with you all. So let's check it out together and decide if this is a good reading program or not. I'm currently working on a review for you guys of 10 online reading and language arts programs. And that video will be out soon. But I just couldn't wait to review this program with you because the whole idea of it is just really interesting. Readability Tutor is a reading app that's available for both iOS and Android devices. You can find it in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can go to their website. I left the link for you in my description as well. You can get a 30-day free trial when you sign up, but you will need to provide your billing info. So if you don't end up liking it, don't forget to cancel before the 30 days is up. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. After that, it's $19.99 a month, or you can purchase a full year for $139.99. Your account will include access for up to 3 children. I'm going to show you the app and how it works and everything. But first, let's just go over the basics. So this app is basically an AI tutor that's going to help your child to improve their reading skills. For younger kids, it will just read them a story while highlighting the words on the screen. Older kids will read books out loud and receive real-time feedback from their AI tutor, which is honestly pretty cool. They'll also work on reading comprehension and vocabulary skills. According to the Readability Tutor website, the interactive voice-based questions and answers tool provides the same effectiveness of one-on-one tutoring, but for a lot less money than you would pay for a live tutor. Once you sign up and download the app, you will be able to add each of your children. Put in their name and choose their age, and then select their grade and reading level. Based on this information, the app will suggest either story time, beginner, or advanced mode. Story time is for the younger kids, where the app will just read them stories. Beginner will have your child read 1 word at a time. With advanced mode, your kids will read a whole sentence at a time. I'll show you all 3 different modes in a second. Next, you will pick a daily reading goal, maybe something like 10 minutes a day. You can also pick which days of the week to have your child read, and turn daily reminders on or off. Finally, you will decide whether or not to include reading comprehension. Once you've done that, it's time for your child to begin reading. First, let's look at story time mode for kids that aren't quite ready to read yet. They can just start with the first story that comes up, and it will be read to them by the AI tutor. Once they finish, they can pick the next story or go to the library and choose any story they like. It's really simple, as the only thing they will need to do is click the next button after each sentence is read. Or they can go back if they want to hear part of the story again. If you have the reading comprehension turned on, there will be a question and answer part at the end of each story. For the little kids, these are really simple questions. And the best part is that they say their answer out loud. Let's take a look at this in action.
If I were a pet, I would be a ragdoll cat. When I am a ragdoll cat, I will be fluffy and cute. When I am a ragdoll cat, I will land on my feet when I fall. When I am a ragdoll cat, my fur will keep me warm in the winter. When I am a ragdoll cat, people will pet my soft fur all the time. When I am a ragdoll cat, I will fall asleep in the sun. When I am a ragdoll cat, I will purr and purr. If you were a pet, what would you be?
Fantastic job. You've successfully completed another book and received a well-deserved 1 star. Let's comprehend. Now, I am going to ask you questions about the book you just read. When you are ready, say your answer out loud. Let's begin. What keeps a ragdoll cat warm in the winter?
Fur.
Great job. Yes, a ragdoll cat stays warm in the winter because of its fur. Well done. Well done. You've successfully completed another book, comprehending its contents, and earned a super-duper 1 star. Want to read more? I would love to read another book with you. Let's pick one.
Now let's see what it's like in beginner mode. This is going to look very similar, except now your child will read 1 word at a time with help from the AI tutor. The word they are to read will be highlighted on the screen. The AI tutor will listen to hear your child read the word. If they don't say anything, the AI tutor will prompt them with the word to say. If they need to hear the word, they can just press the sound icon. Once they complete a story, they can move on to the next recommended story or choose one from the library. Just like in story mode, if you have the reading comprehension turned on, your child will answer questions at the end of each story to check their understanding. Let's look at one quick example.
Let's read. My red ball.
Ball.
My
ball. My red
ball. Now you read.
ball. My big red ball. I kick. I kick my
ball. Now you read.
ball. I kick the red ball. My red ball. I kick my red ball hard. Where? Where is my ball? Where is my ball now? Where is my red ball now? It is up. It is high up. It is high up in the sky. It is high up in the sky. It is over the moon. It is gone.
Fantastic job. You've successfully completed another book and received a well-deserved 1 star. Yay! Your accuracy in reading improves every day. You truly deserve a shining 1 star. Let's comprehend. Now, I am going to ask you questions about the book you just read. When you are ready, say your answer out loud. Let's begin. What color is the ball?
Red.
That's correct. Well done. Congratulations.
I'm going to show you how to change some additional settings and how to cancel if you need to. But first, let's just look at the advanced mode. Everything is going to look very similar, except now your child is going to read a whole sentence at a time. Just like in beginner mode, the tutor will prompt them if they don't say anything. They can also press the sound button to hear the sentence read aloud. If they read a word wrong, the tutor will prompt them with the correct way to say the word. At the end of the story, if you have reading comprehension checked off, there will be some questions to answer. Now let's take a look at this in action.
Let's read. If puppies had pockets.
If puppies had pockets, I know what they'd do.
They would bring 2 toys. Now you read.
They would bring 2 toys and share one with you. If puppies had pockets, it sure would be sweet. The pockets could hold a bone and some treats. If puppies had pockets, it would be so funny. If they carried little dog bones instead of real money. If puppies had pockets, they would take a big lunch. with PB&J and maybe some punch. If puppies had pockets, they could be so silly. Throwing big pawfuls of
confetti,
around willy-nilly. If puppies had pockets, I know what they would do. They would carry a very special picture of you.
Fantastic job. You've successfully completed another book and received a well-deserved 1 star. Yay! Your accuracy in reading improves every day. You truly deserve a shining 1 star. Let's comprehend. Now, I am going to ask you questions about the book you just read. When you are ready, say your answer out loud. Let's begin. What would puppies carry in their pockets instead of real money?
Dog bones.
Great job. You got it right. Puppies would carry little dog bones in their pockets instead of real money. Well done. What would puppies throw big pawfuls of?
Confetti.
That's correct. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. You've successfully completed another book, comprehending its contents, and earned a super duper 1 star.
Now that we've seen how the Readability Tutor works in all 3 different levels, let me show you the settings and parent section. There are 2 modes at the top, reader mode and parent mode. While in reader mode, during a story, there will be a settings icon at the top. Click that to adjust reading speed, brightness, background color, text style, and turn the reading comprehension on or off. To get to the parent section, just click on parent mode up top. Here you can view the progress report for each child. You can see the total reading duration, average accuracy, comprehension, and words read per minute. Click on these icons to adjust the weekly view here. You can also click on reading reports to view the stats for each story your child has read. If you click the edit button by each child's icon, you can adjust the information you entered, such as their name and grade level, and also add a photo. If you click the settings icon, you can change the reading speed and reading format. If you click the star, you can see how many stars your child has earned so far. If you click the settings button up top here while in parent mode, this is where you can update your profile information and change your subscription settings. If you want to cancel, just click here on subscriptions and then scroll down to cancel subscription. So that's everything I can show you about the Readability Tutor app. But is this really a good reading app for kids? Let me tell you what I like and what I don't like about it. First, what I like. Well, it's really simple to use, and that's always a plus with an app that younger kids are going to use. I like that they have 3 different levels so that all 3 of my kids can use it. And I just think it's a really neat way to encourage kids to get some reading practice. I also like that they include the reading comprehension questions. Now, what I don't like so much about Readability Tutor. Well, one thing I noticed is that the AI tutor doesn't always say things correctly. You know how sometimes computer voices mispronounce things? I noticed that happen a few times. I also noticed that it doesn't always catch when you pronounce a word wrong, so they could use a little work there. I also think the stories are a little silly and not so interesting. I know it's meant for reading practice, but for older kids, they might appreciate some more interesting stories. Other than that, I really do like this app. I think it's a fun idea, and if you can get your kids to practice with it a few times a week, I think it would definitely help to improve their reading skills. Click the video on your screen now to learn about another great educational resource. Thank you so much for watching.